Today, we explore the intense first 2 days of new sailors on a massive modern aircraft carrier. Imagine a massive floating city with its own zip code and a population of over 4,500 highly trained military personnel. This is the USS Gerald R. Ford, a marvel of modern engineering that costs billions of dollars to build and operate. For a brand new recruit, stepping onto this enormous steel beast for the very first time is an absolutely overwhelming and terrifying experience. The sheer scale of the ship makes you feel incredibly small and completely lost in a complex maze of endless grey metallic corridors. Every single sailor remembers their first moments aboard, carrying heavy sea bags up steep gangways while jet engines roar loudly in the distant background. You have officially left the civilian world behind and entered a highly structured military environment with very strict daily rules and endless routines. The first 48 hours will test your mental endurance, physical stamina, and ability to adapt quickly to completely alien military living situations. Before you can even unpack your bags, you must navigate a frustrating maze of administrative paperwork inside the busy ship personnel office area. This initial processing phase involves verifying your identity, checking medical records, and officially adding your name to the massive ship military crew roster. A sponsor is supposed to guide you through this confusing process, but sometimes they're too busy with urgent military daily assigned duties. If your sponsor is absent, you are forced to figure things out alone while carrying heavy luggage through narrow, crowded, moving ship hallways. The sheer volume of people moving around the ship is staggering, and everyone seems to know exactly where they are going, except you. After finishing the endless paperwork, you finally receive directions to your assigned berthing area, your new home for many long, difficult ocean months. Finding your sleeping quarters is a massive challenge because the ship interior looks identical everywhere, with endless rows of gray, solid metal doors. When you finally open the door to your berthing compartment, the harsh reality of life at sea hits like a heavy brick wall. You are greeted by the sight of dozens of stacked bunk beds crammed together tightly into a surprisingly tiny and very dark room. These small beds are commonly known as racks, and they provide the only personal privacy you will ever truly have on this vessel. Each rack is essentially a small metal coffin with a thin mattress, a reading light, and a tiny curtain to block out reality. You must learn to store all your uniforms, civilian clothes, and personal belongings in a tiny pan beneath your thin, uncomfortable daily mattress. Living in close quarters with over 100 other loud sailors requires extreme patience, mutual respect, and a very strong human immune system. The air inside the berthing compartment always smells like a strange mixture of strong cleaning chemicals, stale sweat, and damp, dirty laundry bags. You quickly learn that silence is a rare luxury here, because heavy steel doors are constantly slamming shut every single hour of the day. Red lights illuminate the sleeping areas during night hours to help preserve the night vision of sailors working up on the flight deck. Adjusting to the constant vibration of massive ship engines and the unpredictable rocking motion takes time and very strong daily motion sickness medicine. Once you unpack your gear, your next immediate challenge is figuring out the complicated rules of strict military personal daily hygiene on board. Fresh water is a highly precious commodity here, so long relaxing hot showers are strictly prohibited by the strict military commanding ship officers. New recruits are quickly introduced to the legendary Navy shower, an efficient method designed to save thousands of valuable fresh water gallons daily. You turn the water on for exactly 30 seconds to get wet, turn it off to apply soap, and rinse very quickly afterward. If you leave the water running too long, an angry senior petty officer will definitely yell at you for wasting valuable ship resources. Using the communal bathrooms,
Look at me when I'm
known as
talking
heads,
to you.
requires wearing shower
completely
shoes
unacceptable
constantly
behavior
to
for
avoid
this unit.
catching nasty fungal
Get your act
infections on your
together,
sensitive
or
bare
else.
feet. After completing your incredibly brief morning hygiene routine, you must learn how to navigate the highly confusing interior ship layout for work today. Aircraft carriers are essentially floating steel labyrinths filled with thousands of identical narrow passageways, steep ladders, and heavy watertight doors at every turn. To avoid wandering aimlessly for hours, every sailor must quickly learn how to read vital location markers painted on the cold metal walls. These crucial yellow and black signs are called bullseyes, and they provide specific alphanumeric codes indicating your exact deck location on board the ship. Understanding these complex codes is absolutely essential because getting lost during real emergencies could easily cost you a fragile human life out here. During your first 2 days, you will spend countless exhausting hours memorizing the fastest routes to your mess decks and your battle stations. Eating meals on an aircraft carrier is another unique experience, where thousands of hungry sailors are fed rapidly in massive, noisy dining halls. The food lines are always incredibly long, and you only have a few short minutes to consume your meal quickly before returning today. Once your basic survival needs are met, you are immediately plunged into continuous military training and very strict daily damage control emergency drills. Damage control is the most important skill every single sailor must master, regardless of their specific rank or daily assigned job on board. Fire is the absolute greatest enemy on a warship, and everyone is expected to fight bravely to save the giant vessel from destruction. You will practice putting on heavy firefighting gear in complete darkness while wearing a bulky breathing apparatus that feels highly claustrophobic and heavy. Senior instructors will constantly yell orders at you, trying to simulate the terrifying chaos and sheer panic of real catastrophic shipboard fire emergencies. You must learn how to patch broken pipes, seal heavy watertight doors, and carry wounded comrades through incredibly narrow, dark, smoke-filled corridors. These intense drills happen at all hours of the day and night, severely disrupting your sleep and pushing your physical limits to extremes. When the alarm sounds, you have only a few short minutes to jump out of bed, grab your gear, and reach assigned stations. Running through the ship during a drill is dangerous, as hundreds of sailors are also sprinting frantically toward their assigned battle positions everywhere.
Go!
The physical exertion, combined with overwhelming stress of the first 2 days, leaves many new recruits feeling completely exhausted and entirely mentally drained. Just when you think you can finally rest, you are introduced to the grueling reality of standing watch on massive modern naval warships. A warship operates 24 hours a day, mening someone must always be
TIC,
awake
we have multiple
and actively
contacts
monitoring
bearing
the vital ship
090,
systems without
range
fail.
15. Designate
You might be
hostile.
assigned to stand guard duty at 3 in the morning, staring at radar screens or patrolling long, empty, silent hallways. Sleep deprivation becomes a normal part of your daily life, and you quickly learn how to take short power naps anywhere absolutely possible. Coffee becomes your absolute best friend, helping you stay alert during those incredibly long, boring night shifts when your eyes feel extremely heavy. Standing watch teaches you discipline and immense responsibility, because the safety of the entire crew depends on your constant sharp attention and vigilance. There are absolutely no weekends or holidays while deployed at sea. Every single day blends into a continuous, hard-working cycle without breaks. Missing your family and friends back home is a heavy emotional burden that every new sailor must learn to manage daily on board. Communication with the outside world is severely limited, relying on slow internet connections and rare phone calls when signals are finally available today. Despite the extreme hardships, a unique sense of brotherhood and deep camaraderie quickly develops among young sailors in these tight, highly stressful spaces. You realize that you are never truly alone, surrounded by hundreds of peers, experiencing the exact same daily struggles
and then the
difficult
slips
military
and falls
challenges.
right into the grease pit.
Older, experienced sailors often share valuable advice and clever tricks to help new recruits survive the incredibly demanding military ship environment.
Use
every
that
day.
energy. Pay attention,
By the end of your second
follow
day,
orders, and
you are
rely
finally
on the
given a
sailor
brief
next to
tour
you.
of the most dangerous
We're a team.
workplace on planet Earth today. Stepping out onto the massive flight deck for the first time is a truly awe-inspiring and completely terrifying sailor moment for everyone. The deafening roar of powerful jet engines shakes your entire body, and the smell of hot aviation fuel fills the salty ocean air. You watch in sheer amazement as heavy fighter jets are violently catapulted off the short runway at incredibly high flight speeds into clouds. Colored shirts dart around the active flight deck in a highly choreographed dance, communicating entirely through complex hand signals and specific body gestures. One wrong move on this chaotic deck can easily result in severe injury or instant death, requiring absolute focus and perfect situational awareness. Seeing the flight operations up close helps you finally understand the ultimate purpose of every single exhausting job on this massive floating city. Whether you are cooking meals, fixing broken pipes, or doing laundry, your hard work directly supports the vital mission of launching those jets. Every sailor is a crucial moving part in a massive, complex machine designed to project immense military power across the vast global oceans. The transition from a normal civilian to a capable warship sailor is a highly brutal but incredibly necessary process for building mental toughness. During these initial hours, you will question your life choices many times as your tired body aches and your exhausted mind demands sleep. But as you slowly memorize the confusing ship layout and learn the strict daily routines, a small sense of genuine pride begins growing. You begin to walk a little faster through the narrow passageways, confidently dodging heavy doors and climbing steep ladders with newly found agility. You start recognizing friendly faces in the massive, crowded dining halls and begin sharing funny stories about your terrible first day on board. The tiny, cramped rack that initially felt like a dark metal coffin slowly becomes your safe personal sanctuary after a long, exhausting shift. You learn how to effectively block out the constant loud noises of slamming doors and vibrating engines to finally get some decent sleep. The 2-minute Navy shower routine becomes entirely second nature, allowing you to wash efficiently without wasting any precious fresh water resources today. Surviving the first 48 hours proves to yourself that you possess the inner strength required for this incredibly difficult military ocean lifestyle. Your training kicks in automatically during surprise damage control drills, and you no longer feel deep panic in the total darkness of the ship. The complex bullseye markers on the walls suddenly make perfect sense, guiding you effortlessly through the giant metal maze to your exact destination. You finally understand that the strict rules and harsh discipline are not designed to punish, but to keep everyone alive at sea today. The aircraft carrier is a highly dangerous
Pay
environment,
close attention to
where
this
a single
gauge.
lazy
If
mistake
the pressure
can
exceeds
quickly lead
50
to a
psi,
massive, deadly
you must
disaster
initiate
for
the
everyone.
emergency shutdown procedure
By embracing
immediately.
the intense teamwork required on board, you become an integral and highly valued member of this floating military family unit forever. The chiefs and petty officers who yelled at you yesterday are now actively teaching you to perform your specific job safely today on board. Every day brings a new and difficult challenge, but you face them with growing confidence and a strong,
Aligning now,
patriotic
Chief.
military duty inside you. Looking out at the endless blue ocean from the massive ship weather decks provides a brief moment of peaceful daily reflection and gratitude. You realize that you are part of something much larger than yourself, serving your country aboard the most powerful warship ever built here. The USS Gerald R. Ford represents the absolute pinnacle of modern naval engineering, and you are now a vital crew member on board. As weeks turn into months, the strange and terrifying ship slowly transforms into a familiar, highly efficient home away from your civilian home. The bonds forged in the narrow passageways and dark sleeping quarters will likely last a lifetime, creating an unbreakable sailor brotherhood
We finally
forever
get a
today.
break.
You will eventually
Smile
look
for
back
the
on
camera,
your stressful
boys.
first 48 hours
This
with a
one's for the
nostalgic
history
smile,
books.
realizing how much you have truly grown. The new recruits who arrive after you will look completely lost and terrified, just like you did on your very first confusing day.
recruits!
You will step forward
Get
to
those
guide
bags
them,
off your
offering the
shoulders and
same
form up on the
valuable
double.
advice and patient support
Quiet in the
that
ranks.
older sailors once provided to you kindly.
Easy there, sailor. You're
This
trying too
continuous
hard.
cycle
See
of
this
learning
chart?
and teaching
You're here, and you need to
ensures
go
that the
that way.
massive
Clear.
aircraft carrier
Yes, Cap,
always
much
operates
appreciated.
safely during long global military deployments everywhere today. Standing on the massive flight deck at sunset, watching a powerful jet launch into the colorful sky is a truly magical daily experience. The deafening roar of the jet engines no longer scares you. Instead, it sounds like the powerful steel-home heartbeat of your life. You have successfully conquered your fears, adapted to the harsh military environment, and proven your immense worth to the highly dedicated ship crew. The life of a sailor is never easy, but it is filled with unique challenges that build strong character and deep mental resilience. Every tight corridor, every heavy metal door, and every tiny sleeping rack holds a story of incredible human endurance and strong teamwork today. The floating city continues its vital mission across the vast oceans, powered by the incredible dedication of thousands of young, brave American sailors.
Pressure steady.
From the dark,
Releasing
humid
steam
depths
now.
of the engineering spaces to
Clear.
the windy,
Send the
chaotic
bird.
flight deck, everyone works together for one ultimate military goal. Launching and recovering advanced combat aircraft safely is the sole reason this massive floating steel fortress exists in the modern, dangerous world today.
I'm so glad you're home.
When you finally return home after a long deployment,
Look
you
how
will
big
carry
she
these
got.
intense memories and valuable life lessons with you forever, proudly. You will forever be a proud member of an elite global maritime force that protects international waters and projects immense power globally, everywhere. The incredible journey from a confused new recruit to a highly seasoned veteran sailor is a truly remarkable human transformation story worth sharing. The first 48 hours are undeniably the hardest, but they forge the strong, unbreakable steel required to survive harsh ocean environments daily. As we conclude this deep dive into naval life, we hope you have gained a new, profound respect for these incredibly brave sailors. Their daily sacrifices, immense hard work, and unwavering dedication keep the massive floating cities operating smoothly across the vast, unpredictable global ocean waters. Next time you see a massive aircraft carrier on television, remember the thousands of young sailors working tirelessly in dark, cramped spaces inside. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey through the highly intense and completely overwhelming first days of new military recruits on board. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to Steel Sea Giants for more amazing stories about powerful modern naval warships today.